What's going on, YouTube? You have come to Rolling with Jess. We thank you for coming and being with us on our YouTube channel. We ask that you will comment, like, and subscribe. Most of all, don't forget to hit that follow button. Don't forget to share as well. Go ahead and hit that share button, hit that share button, hit that share button. Let's get our followers up, okay? Let's get our subscribers on up. Listen, if you're not following us on all platforms, go ahead and start following us on all platforms, because there are some platforms that you're going to get that others may not get. You feel me? You got the YouTube here, that's Rolling with Jess. Then you have our Facebook. You're going to go on over to YouTube. I'm sorry, this is YouTube. Go on over to Facebook. Log out of here. Go on over to Facebook. Look for Neil Jessica. That's where you're going to find us at on Facebook. Then you're going to go over to our TikTok. And you're going to find us up under, I believe it's the same thing, Neil Jessica, or either Embrace You. That's our business. But either way, but on today, can somebody say today? Today, we gonna start our series with how did you end up in South Carolina, and what made you come to South Carolina? Okay, again, um, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button, and most of all, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to subscribe. Can't stress that enough. Go ahead and subscribe so we can run these numbers up. Okay. Again, we finna start our series. Okay. Okay, we're back. Okay. Question is that we have been getting is, and again, this is our series. So this is part 1. You got to follow us to get part 2. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. So again, this is how we ended up in South Carolina, because we have been getting a lot of questions. What made you move to South Carolina, and how did you end up out here? Well, here's the series. Originally, um, we're from Michigan. At the time, I had 3 kids. 3. My oldest son, my second oldest son, my oldest daughter. Then was the 3. So, we were staying in Michigan. Prior to us coming here, I was owning my own property. I owned my own house. Um, man, wow. Yeah. Um, I was owning my own house, and I end up out here where I gotta pay rent all over again. Um, I end up selling my house, uh, just so I could relocate here. I ended up selling my vehicle just so I could relocate here. I had my own house. I had my own vehicle. And I sold those items just to come here to South Carolina. Now remember, this is a series. Mm. Do I regret coming to South Carolina? In the beginning, I did. In the beginning, I most definitely did. Um, there was some stuff that transpired, and if you're following us, or if you have subscribed, you will get that later on in the series. Um, in the beginning, there was some regret of coming here or whatnot. in the midst of selling my things, man, this got to come out because that's the only way I'm gonna get my series out. I was with my former pastor, and the only way that I was going to get to South Carolina is if I had sold my vehicle and sold my house in order to come here. Um, do I blame anyone? No, I don't, because it was a decision that, you know, it was a decision that I chose to do. Um, so no, I don't blame no one. Um, if I can turn back the tables, then maybe I would. But at the same time, I more than likely I probably wouldn't, because in everything that we do, there's a lesson learned. And in the midst of me coming here, I ended up gaining 2 additional kids to the family. And so, do I regret my kids? No, I don't. In spite of how they got here, no, I don't regret my kids. Um, but in the midst of us coming here, we relocated here in 2017. 2017, we relocated. Okay. September 2017 is when we relocated here to South Carolina. Um, at the time, I had sold, remind you, I sold my house, and that was in the beginning of the year. After the fact that, I had came, spotted out the land. I came back in March of 2017, spotted out the land, trying to find housing and things of that nature. For me, it didn't go so swell. And I should have known that it wasn't the time, just yet, uh, simply because I was the only one that couldn't find housing and things of that nature when we came out here to even look around. Um, but to each his own. I still ended up, selling my house. So I ended up selling my house around. We came here in March to spot out the land. I probably sold my house around May, June, between May and July. I want to say that I sold my house then. Um, the last thing I did was ended up selling my car. And in the midst of selling my house and selling my car, the money ended up getting gone from selling the house. Um, the car wise, I sold the car about maybe 3 days, 2 to 3 days prior to relocating to South Carolina. I sold my car for $600. Yeah, it was a dumb move. It was. Could I have gotten more than $600? Yes, I could have. Um, but at the time, I didn't have an actual male to be at my side. Like, look, no, you can get way more for this car than you can, but again, to each his own. All I received was $600 for it. All I got was $600 for the car. Um, I ended up giving the $600 to my former pastor, um, who at the time, basically manipulation had control over me. And so, because I'm a big spender and I'm a shopaholic and things of that nature, um, he like, well, give me the money because I don't want you to spend it. Okay, give me the money because I need to make sure you get on the road. Okay, but I can hold on to my own money. Nah, because you gonna spend the money. Remind you, it's manipulation. But there's also other parts to that. So again, you got to stay tuned to get more information. I ended up giving him the money, letting him hold the money, because I'm like, okay, if I spent the money that I used on the house, then more than likely I'm gonna spend this money too. Again, could I have gotten more money from the car? I could have. I most definitely could have. But because I'm like, oh, I can go ahead and leave when he leave, and things of that nature. So I did. My phone bill needed paid at the time, and I kept getting these notifications about, how they send you notifications about your phone bill being paid, and your um your phone will be disconnected, things of that nature. So I'm calling him, like, I'm texting, because I'm a texter. So I'm texting him like, hey, did you pay the phone bill? Like, I'm still getting notifications. My phone bill ain't paid. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, he done took my money, and I'm just about to be SOL, because it took him a minute to go pay the phone bill. Remind you, it doesn't take but a second to go ahead to the store and pay a bill, or if you're using a card, go ahead, use your card to pay the bill. First day went around, he ain't paid the bill. What's going on? Why my bill ain't paid yet? I'm gonna pay it, just give me a minute. Sir, give you a minute? Why am I giving you a minute? You should have been when I paid it. Second day came around. My phone about to get cut off. I need my bill paid. I just gave you all this money, or whatnot. So I want to say in between the second and third day, that's when my phone bill ended up getting paid. How we ended up here in South Carolina. The former pastor was the former pastor is how we ended up here in South Carolina. Because there's a story, prior to that, prior to this here that I'm telling, that got us to this point. Anywho, we ended up, leaving on a Saturday, and we made it. We got on the road about 7-ish in the morning, and we made it here in South Carolina about 11-ish, something like that. About 11, something like that. But we're just driving on the road. Make our first stop, gas up, get back on the road. I ain't thinking of nothing, me and the kids, we have, our snacks and things of that nature. So we good. We don't need nothing on our first stop. Okay? Second stop. I'll tell you the second stop on part 2. So again, if you're not following us, go ahead and follow us. Hit that share button and come on over hit that subscribe button. I'm sorry, hit the subscribe button and come on over here and follow us. Subscribe with us so that you can get part two. Part two. Again, this is our series of how we relocated here in South Carolina. Okay, it was nice talking with you guys in the for this first time about our journey here in South Carolina, our journey of relocating here to South Carolina. So until next time, when we give you part two, we see you later. Okay, until next time, peace. We love you.